Hello everyone, this is Pat again with a new story for your calm listening. This one is about a character named Olivia who experiences some anxiety. And how did Olivia find a way to deal with it, solve it, work with it? Welcome to new subscribers. Thank you for coming here. Thank you to the people who are here subscribing. I really appreciate you coming back. Tell a friend, tell two, tell 10. Anyway, here's the story of Olivia. This is a story about Olivia. Olivia used to have a lot of courage when she was young. Used to go anywhere she wanted to go without having to think about what would happen when she got home. She was very optimistic and liked to dress in her own unique fashion style. She wore ankle socks no matter what the weather. It was her thing, she said. But when she got to high school, a group of girls who seemed friendly at first told her it was time to get rid of the ankle socks. She wanted to fit in, so she switched to knee socks, although her confidence was now somewhat shaken. But the switch to knee socks didn't give her passage into the new social set. Moreover, those knee socks kept sliding down, and this was a distraction while also causing her to miss her ankle socks life. And she began to judge herself, comparing herself to other people. Who was good at math? Who was good at geography? Who was good at basketball? Who was good at cricket? Yes, cricket. And where was she along the lines of who was good and who wasn't good? Whose knee socks never drooped? Sometimes when she thought her report card was not going to look good, she hesitated taking it home to her parents because she knew that what they would say with a sigh. It's all right, they'd say, but try to do better. Her father actually said, try to pull up your socks. The thing is, Olivia always felt she was doing her best. She left high school feeling a bit unsure that somehow, her best wasn't good enough. Eventually, she got into the working world, and the same habits followed her. Working at a desk job where she had to do a lot of paperwork during her day. She wasn't always able to keep up with all the papers, but she kept it to herself, so she didn't know that other co-workers also had a hard time processing all the papers, because she'd become used to thinking everyone else would be doing the work better than she would. They were pulling up their socks. After a while, she just became so nervous about not being good enough that she became sad. Yes, sad. One day at work, while refiling a stack of documents, the walls in the filing room began to tilt inward, and Olivia felt a strong surge of panic. Or was it that Olivia felt a strong surge of panic, and the walls seemed to begin to tilt in on her? If it had been a singular day, Olivia might have been able to forge on, but the surges returned. She had to stay home and rest for 3 months. take some time to care for her houseplants and summon up happy thoughts. Finally, one day, she got up and went to the kitchen sink because, after 3 months, you've got to do some dishes. And as she stared into the sink, the plates, the spoons, the cups, the pressure of having to return to work soon began to send tingles through her feet. But she picked up a plate and began washing it. Then a cup, then a spoon, then another plate. And as she focused on the task at hand, the anxious tingling in her feet began to subside. Next, she picked up her favorite crystal glass. It had bits of dried up orange pulp stuck to the inside. She tried to remember when she had used it and was glad that it was still whole and not chipped after weeks of neglect in the kitchen sink. She gently tapped the edge of the glass with a fork, and it made a delightful and a voice from within her responded, "It's all right. It's all right, and it's going to be all right." She washed her crystal glass. She washed one more dish and another spoon, a fork, and a glass. And as she washed this glass, it slipped from her hand and splashed into the sink. No, it didn't break, but dropping something so breakable jangled her nerves a bit. So she said to herself again, "Oh, it's all right, and it's going to be all right." After Olivia did all her dishes, she left the kitchen and went to sit on the sofa. She turned on the television, which she hadn't done for a long time, at least 3 months. The last time she had switched on the TV, it was on a news channel. So when she switched it on now, there it was again. And as news channels normally do, it was projecting a lot of excitement. Something terrible was happening somewhere far away, and the news people spoke in excited voices, and Olivia felt a little shaken. She quickly turned off the TV and looked around her living room, which was safe and nicely decorated, actually. The curtains were open, and some sunlight was coming in, and whatever was happening that the news was reporting was nowhere in her living room, not even on the TV right now because she had turned off the TV. And she said to herself, "I'm sorry for that happening someplace else." Then she took a long, slow breath in and out and hugged herself and repeated, "It's all right, and it's going to be all right." And in that moment, Olivia knew that she was all right. She would be all right. And whatever she needed to do today or when returning to her job, she would do her best, and it would be good enough. Breath in, breath out. It's all right, and it's going to be all right.